behalf of the Evolve Formula team, we'd like to welcome you to Managing Your Communication. Our objective in creating this training guide is to help you discover that communicating with your past, current, and future clients are the keys to building a successful referral business. The second is the key to communicating with your relationships is to provide them value through education-based marketing. Communication is not selling your client a product or service, but it is based on establishing yourself and your company as an expert in your industry. The goal of communicating with your contacts is to build a relationship of trust and to provide them value. And lastly, we want you to think about being prepared to communicate with your contacts in 4 easy steps. Now, it's our goal to help you cultivate and sustain a successful business, and we are excited to be working with you. We are partners to success, Dean and the Evolve support team. So let's get started. Communicating with your contacts. It's all about communication. How do you get new business, repeat business, and earn customer loyalty? Well, you build customer relationships through communication and keeping in touch on a regular basis. Statistics show that it takes 6 or 7 contacts before you can turn a prospect into a client. Well, all that contact can be time-consuming and expensive. It could be frustrating. That's where blogging, social media, and email communication becomes a critical part of your marketing efforts. Well, the 4 portions to communicating to your contacts involve your newsletter, blogging, email broadcast, and social media. Well, the first and foremost is if you have a website that is easily to manage and update, that's the start of it. Let's start with your newsletter. Assuming that you already have built the newsletter, you have 1 to 3 paragraphs, creating your credibility and educating each of your 3 contact classifications, meaning your prospect, customer, and raving fan. If you have trouble writing 3 educational articles, that is 1 article for each classification, pick 3 or 4 blogs and use those. Perhaps you might even start with those and modify it for your needs. So we've assumed that you already have your newsletter created. Taking a look at if you were in the Evolve back room, you would create your topics, your introductions, and then if you wanted to read more for those that are reading your newsletter, bada bing, bada boom, there they are. They can see it now. As relates to blogging, although you've completed blogging under the content module, this section is a reminder that blogging is a form of communication. Write 1 to 3 paragraphs or something that can be read in, say, 2 or 3 minutes or less, and with a topic with recent experience that will help enable or prevent failure from the perspective of a prospect, a customer, or a raving fan. So let's think about communication as it relates to your email broadcast. Let's say you have a newsletter. One of the easiest ways is to simply copy your newsletter, go to your back room, let's manage your broadcast, let's click on add a record, and let's go ahead and create it. Let's do it by groups. We'll send this to a test broadcast, and we want the default browser. You want to allow people to forward to a friend. You want to track your click-throughs, and yes, let's keep our company information. And let's create a title. Open the 2-minute secret to content page. Okay, and we're not going to have any attachments, and we're going to copy our newsletter straight from our webpage. We're going to paste straight into the back room. Let's go ahead and make this personalized here. And let's go ahead and reuse our snippet and insert and welcome to the all quarterly newsletter. Okay, and very easily, let's just take your fonts, make it really easy. We'll just go ahead and let's justify, and let's call that good. Okay, now that you have that, so let's go ahead and launch our broadcast. And once you click launch, now you have that sent out. So while we're waiting for the email to show up, let's go ahead and do our fourth item, which is communicating our content to our social media. So let's take these messages that we have here and let's go ahead and share them. So straight from the website, let's click on share. I'm going to, let's use the title we already have here, and I'm going to insert in here, open the 2-minute secret to content creation. And this just a little more personalized, and let's go ahead and tweet. So just like that, you've now just tweeted. Now, if you want to take your newsletter, you can simply do the newsletter for the same thing. So we can take the tweet, and bada bing, bada boom, we're done. And let's say we want to go ahead and take this article and I want to put it on my Facebook account. So literally, creating a tutorial for users. So notice, once I click on share, I'm not publishing content on my blog site, nor on Facebook. What I'm doing is I'm taking and linking titles to content that goes straight to my website. So, for example, if I want to go to Twitter, and I log straight into the Twitter site, here it is, straight from that. And if I'm somebody who's subscribed to it, I click on the link, and notice it takes me straight to the Evolve newsletter. Very nice. Here's actually the title, just for one of the specific blogs. I click on it, and now notice it takes me straight to that blog. I can read more, and away we go. So lastly, let's see how our email turned out. So here is our email. Let's go ahead and download pictures. And Dear Dean, so the mail merge works. Welcome to it. Here's a newsletter I like. I've got topics on the left. I've got website navigation on the left. I like this article. How spending 2 minutes 4 times a week to tweet is helping people provide better value to their prospects, customers, and maybe fans through blogging in less than 5 minutes per blog. I think that's very interesting. Let me see. So I'll click on the link, and bada bing, bada boom, here we are. So, going from 2 minutes for tweeting, 5 minutes for blogging, and 10 minutes or less for newsletters. Welcome to the modern method of marketing. Now it takes 2 minutes to do what used to take hours, days, and weeks. So on behalf of the Evolve team, thank you for joining us for this tutorial.